Hello everybody, welcome back to Ray's World. I'm filming this right after I filmed my last video because I have time today, and so I'm getting two of them ready to go. Today's video is a melt video, so we have a ton of aluminum that we need to melt. It's really rainy out, and so we're gonna spend some time in the garage doing that. I have a ton of aluminum foil that I've been saving, as well as I have some aluminum plates and things and just kind of random aluminum sitting around that we are going to melt today. In addition to that, we are going to try again and we are going to melt some of these 1 ounce 1909S copper rounds. These are just generic rounds. I've got 18 or 19 of them. Oh, there's some other stuff in there. Oh, we're not going to melt those. I've got a bunch of them that are, because I've touched them, and so they're kind of tarnished. I'm going to go through and I'm going to find one that is really, really nice. I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to get it in a flip or something, and I'm going to save one at least so that I've got one because, you know, they're pretty cool. And what I'm going to do, I've tried melting copper before, and I have met with very little success because my furnace doesn't get super hot. It gets about 100 degrees above the melting temperature of copper, which isn't much. That one's really nice. And so I was successfully melted silver, as you may have seen, on this giant 17-ounce silver heart. And the silver and copper have a similar melting temperature, and so I think what I need to do is just let it sit longer. And so that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to get it up to temperature, and then I'm going to really let it sit and see if we can get a copper heart poured. Now, I have some other copper in the garage as well. I'm not going to include that in here because this is 999 fine copper, so it's it's very, very pure copper. What I am going to do is use my silver crucible and melt this copper in it because I'm not going to have a lot of slag. I'm not going to really, I don't expect any slag at all. Excuse me. The silver melted beautifully and it was very clean coming out, and so the crucible is still very clean, so I assume it's going to be the same for this copper. So I'm going to put this stuff away. Let's do the copper first, and then we will do aluminum and see what we get. I think we're going to get 2 hearts of aluminum today. Catch you in the garage. All right, so we are heating up. We're at about 485, 490 degrees Celsius. Here is one of the 1 ounce rounds, and you can see it's very, very tarnished. So I've got this crucible in. I'm going to try to very gently drop it in. I am going to lower this in. I don't want it to smack against the bottom of the crucible because I don't want it to break. And we are just going to let that heat up. And check it out, we have a ton. We have a ton of aluminum here to melt. Here's all kinds of other aluminum, mostly aluminum foil that we have here, a couple of cans that have been crushed. We'll save this, we won't do this today. So as soon as this heats up, we're at about 580 degrees right now. We'll let it sit. When we are up to temperature, then I will come back and give you an update, see if we are melting that copper round. All right, so it's been about 10 minutes. We are nearly up to temperature. We got about 100 degrees to go, and check it out, guys. Whew, I love seeing this. Not melted yet. That's okay. We haven't reached the melting temperature. 1085 is the melting temperature of copper. We're going to go to 1150, and we're going to let it sit until that copper melts. It might take about 10 or 15 minutes, but we're going to let it sit. The silver melted, and I know that silver has a very similar melting temperature to copper, so by golly, we're going to make it happen this time. All right, 11:45. It was 11:46. There we go. We're smoking. I bet it's melted because it's really hot. Oh yeah, it's liquid in there. It's hard to see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the rest of the rounds, let them melt, and then we are going to pour it. We are preheating our mold because we do not want 1,000 degrees Celsius copper touching our 15, 20 degrees Celsius mold because it will pop and bounce and be dangerous, and we do not want that. So as soon as that is preheated, then we are going to pour As long as my gas stays on. I need a new regulator. This gas regulator is no bueno. So, hopefully it is sufficiently heated because we are going to pour it anyway. Here goes.
Green flame. That was green flame.
All right, guys, we have frozen copper. Sweet. I don't have a bucket of water, though. So we are just going to let that cool, and
I'm looking right at one.
you see that? We are going to melt that right there. Next. Woo, my cup is kind of melted. The cup is kind of melted. So we are going to melt this. Guys, this is not American coin. I am not melting American coin. So I think you're okay to melt American coins as long as you don't resell them for the profit. But I'm not going to take that chance. I know that these coins are no longer in production, and so I am going to melt them. All right, I'm just going to put a handful of them in at a time, just because I don't want to overload the furnace and get too much weight in there. It is about the same weight as what this other copper was. And I'm melting my gloves as I do this. From crucible to crucible. So these are 95% copper, 5% zinc. And we shouldn't have too much slag because we're doing them in this, since we're doing them in that silver crucible. So we shouldn't have too much slag with this one. All right, we're gonna let that get up to temperature. We will be back. I'm just talking to Jack about area and perimeter. We're doing some math out here in the garage. So we'll be back here in just a minute. All right, we are close. We are getting ready to pour. So I'm gonna go ahead and start heating the mold. This is my cobbled together operation, right? I have a lighter that barely works. I have a gas can that barely works. This is my cobbled together. This is low budget right here, guys. Low budget, ladies and gentlemen. We are melted. We are melted. Here we go. Here are our copper penny melts. Woo, that's hot. And that is beautiful, ladies and gentlemen.
Already started.
Look at that thing freeze. Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
Boom. That was awesome.
Epic.
Look at it glow. There is our other copper heart from the rounds. This one is from some copper pennies. I won't say where from.
You don't know.
But let's pour that out. Boom.
Beautiful.
Look at how hot that mold is.
Wow. Beautiful. You might have to.
Look at that thing glow red.
Oh my word.
It's got some cool character on the side too. Check that out.
Does. It's like a brain.
A brain. Okay guys, Jack convinced me to do one more copper pour, and I have filled this 3 kilogram crucible to the top with copper pennies, and we are going to pour a star right there in the middle. We're gonna move these. We're gonna find a bucket or something that we can cool this in, and then we're gonna pour that star. Oh my gosh, guys. We got them in a little aluminum pan and took them inside and ran them under the faucet. Okay, first off, here is the heart from the copper rounds. Really cool. I've got a wire wheel on my drill, and I'm going to clean those up. Check this out. Here is the back of the copper pennies. Here's that really cool thing, but look at this, guys. I don't know if it's the zinc that's causing that detail or what, but that's unflippin' believable.
Exactly.
Exactly. So we're gonna wire wheel that too. Hopefully this pattern stays. It's probably gonna get lightened a little bit, but we'll wire wheel those after we pour the star. I'm gonna check on what's in there now, and we'll probably pour that star here in just a minute. Okay guys, we are ready to pour our star. Let's get the heat going. All right guys, here we go. Let's do this. I love liquid metal.
Whoa.
Wow, this one's heavy. Okay, we got to heat another mold because we've got more in there. So let's get this mold hot and we'll just pour the rest of it. Back up. All right, guys, we have frozen. All right, we got to let these cool. I got to do a little bit of work. We're going to let these cool, and I'm going to try to find that wire brush. We're going to clean it all up and take a look at it. Oh, yeah, boys. Dude, Jack, that is awesome. All right, well, I did not get to the aluminum. I got called away to do some work. I'm working from home, taking phone calls, emails, you know, things like that. So I got called away, and so I didn't get a chance. I'm just now getting back to finishing up here. Whew. And so I didn't get a chance to do aluminum. So we'll save aluminum for another video. I got all that aluminum to melt. Check it out, guys. Here is what the rounds ended up like. Boom. I took the wire wheel to it, and I was able to clean it up real nice. I am very happy with how it turned out. The coins from the unknown country. Here is the first one, and I love... Nope, this is the second one. Here is the first one, and I love, absolutely love, this detail. Look at that fold. I am so in love with that. So I have 2 hearts, because Jack convinced me to do more. And, boom, check it out. There's the star in the middle. Absolutely gorgeous. Like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. This is so cool. This is phenomenal, guys. Let's take a look and see how much they weigh. All right, we got our scale. We are zeroed out. We are in ounces, not troy ounces. Thank you for that clarification. I think Baggins clarified that for me. We're not in troy ounces. We're in ounces. So here are the rounds. 11.23 ounces. Very, very cool. He also told me, Baggins told me that I can get stamps at like Harbor Freight. I love that little piece there. And we got a thing here. I can get stamps at Harbor Freight for like $10. So as soon as I can, I'll get stamps, and I want to get all of my stuff stamped. I have a ton of it. All right, first heart that we poured from the coins. Gosh, so much character. I love it. What do we got? 15.41 ounces. Very, very cool. Just about a ½ ounce shy of a pound. Next one, 15.51. All right, so we got pretty close on those two. And then the star. This thing is beefy. I love it. 17.89 ounces. Wow. Guys, this was a ton of fun. I absolutely love this copper. And I love, wow, look at that. Look at how that turned out. You know, it's so unique, right? So we have these beautiful lines here, and we have this detail here, and then different detail in every single one of these. I just love this. This is amazing. I can't be more thrilled with being able to melt this copper than I am right now. We succeeded! We did it! Yes! Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned. There will be more melt videos coming up sometime in the future. Take care, everybody. Bye.